Recipe, never gonna let any op get the best of me. Thought it was distance, but haters is next to me. Talk to the spirit, you know I've been heavenly. Company definitely show your trajectory. This ain't a diss cause I say it respectfully. It's time to eat up, bread like a speeder. Taking it deeper and that's how it better be. I never let the comparison get to me. I just remember the promises meant for me. I know the enemy and that he's sent for me. I keep the blood of the lemons, my centerpiece. I cannot trust in no crystals or energy. Look at the chemistry, it do not even mix chemically. Most of the tricks, they be gimmicks, they mimic the truth. It's poison and we got the remedy. There is a bomb, apply it. The fire can stand to the tallest of giants. The tyrant and all the suppliers are scheming and lying. They selling his dreams and we buying it. Show me the chicken, I'm frying it. Show me the dough and I'm prying it. Ain't never lacking it, so what I'm packing, he taking it, he magnifying it.
They say you ain't bout it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers.
I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it. 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 Ayy. I got the drive, the bus, the truck, the gas is stuck. I ain't the one to rely on the luck. I put in work and then he show up. I know it's faith that's in the reps, ain't no regrets, I do too much. It ain't me if you saying I stunt. He calling the plays and I do what he want. This ain't a front, glory to G-O-D. It's what you could do with a mustard seed. It's what you could do when you start to believe. Take fear and you cast it inside of the sea. 100% out of me, cause he gave it all on the T when he let it bleed. So what is you saying to me? You just insecure about the love that turned me to a beast. I take a step and I ain't turning back. He made me first cause I know that I'm last. I ain't got time for no thing in the past. Learn from it first and then I react. Hands off me, don't hold me. Get it jumping like a trampoline. All truth ain't no trolling. We in good hands, no folding.
They say you ain't bout it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But God did it. But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers.
I don't know, but
we have narrowed down the Division 7 Galion District to the last two teams, and the top two seeds have survived and advanced, with number 2 South Central about to take on that squad right there, the number 1 seed in Mohawk, all set to decide who will move on into the Sweet 16. We've got all the action coming up live and free exclusively right here on the OH Report, the only place to watch today's district championship game. Your pregame coverage, opening pitch, all on the way from Heise Park in Galion. Next.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Welcome inside of our pregame coverage presented by the South Central Athletic Boosters. There they are, the number 2 seed in the Trojans, taking on number 1 Mohawk here today. They are all set, just about ready to decide who will be the champion of the Division 7 Galion District. Welcome to Heise Park, everybody, on kind of a chilly afternoon, only about 59 degrees here. I am Brian Skowronski, a little bit cozier up in the press box, but not too great up here either. It's kind of been a whipping wind coming through the area here today, but I do feel like we are in line for a great afternoon of championship baseball, a pair of conference champions, and arguably the top 2 pitchers from each league will start here today, so certainly expecting some fireworks from the bump on both sides of the equation this afternoon. Let's begin by telling you more about the number 2 seed in South Central, checking in at 16-10 today. They shook off a really shaky finish to the regular season with 2 solid playoff performances. Even though they were kind of shut down late in that Buckeye Central victory, they did enough early to go on and get the win. They did have an 8-game win streak prior to losing 3 in a row before they came into the tournament. So this team was peaking from midseason on coming into these playoffs, and certainly under Nick Kirk, feel like they're playing some of their best ball of the year as they are coming off of consecutive championship seasons now within the Firelands Conference. There were a few quality teams out there that they had to get through to end up raising that banner for a second consecutive year, and there they are being announced here. The Trojans, the number 2 seed here in the district, and they are going to be led today by Weston June. Most wins of any pitcher in all of Division 7 this year. He's a first-team All-Firelands Conference, first-team All-District selection. Has not lost a decision all year, so how about that? 9 victories in 9 starts. That's big time. He struck out 44 batters, allowing 43 hits, and a whip this year under 1.898 to be approximate. So this righty, he's had an exceptional junior season, and they're going to need him to come out here and throw some gas today against a Mohawk lineup that is really loaded. I mean, from top to bottom, it's a veteran group in South Central. They're going to have their work cut out for them. We'll show you why. This is the #1 team in the Division 7 Galion District. 20 victories so far under Zach Hawkins this year, and champions of the Northern 10 for the first time ever in program history. I had to double check that, but that is a fact. They did split it with Upper Sandusky this year, and they actually split the season series with the Rams, 1-1 this season. But Upper, what a great team. They're regional bound. They just won their district championship over Galion, where we are today, yesterday. This team boasts a .334 batting average. They've scored over 200 runs, but they've been very up and down in the month of May. You see, what a weird statistic. Over the last 7 games, they would win one, lose one, win one, lose one. That's been going on for a while. So you look at a team that certainly earned the #1 seed, but down the stretch here, they haven't been able to produce a whole lot of momentum. Even though they haven't lost back-to-back games, haven't provided consecutive victories either. So just kind of an interesting finish to the season for the Mohawk Warriors. But they do have one of the very best pitchers in the area in Hunter Hayes, the junior. He is going to get the start today, 5-1 as a starter. And you see, oh yeah, the Northern 10 Player of the Year. So he caught the eye of everybody, all the coaches within the conference this season. 5-1 as a starter, as I mentioned, 31 strikeouts, only allowed 31 hits. He's one of multiple live arms on Mohawk's pitching staff. I was looking up and down their statistics, and they've got several dudes that Hunter doesn't necessarily have to go 5, 6, or 7 innings here today. If they so choose, they can let him do his thing, get out there, do some damage, and then bring somebody potentially out of the pen. But you would probably prefer that the N10 Player of the Year get out there and go as far as he possibly can. There he is, sporting a big smile. Got kind of a beard look coming in. Shaved down pretty low, but a mature senior coming out here, and would love to have one of his best performances of the season here on this big stage. Fantastic park. The weather not necessarily matching that of the final day of May, but hey, that's been the case in North Central Ohio here the entire tournament. So it's been pretty unique. But that's where we are here today, as everybody is up. And if you are able to at home, why not get up off your couch or wherever you're watching and join us for the playing of our national anthem. With that, we are ready for the D7 District Championship here on a breezy afternoon at Heise Park in Galion. The 2 top seeds have been able to fight their way here to the top of the heap in this district. Who will survive and move on into the regionals? I'm going to share my keys to victory with you right now. Let's begin with the #1 seed. How about a quick start? get some production from the top of the order. Come out here, flex on them. This is a Team 20 win so far on the season. They've got a lot of firepower, a lot of weapons out there. And then you got to deliver some counter punches too. South Central, this is a squad that you're probably not going to just keep them completely under wraps. So when SC has some success, you got to respond. Have some of your own. To have that boxing analogy, it's called the counter punch. Fight back. Show them what you're made of out here. And on the other side, for South Central, quality start. You saved your ace for this game, so you need Weston to pitch you into June. You like that? A little bit of alliteration there with the last name. Too easy. Low-hanging fruit. And then capitalize on the base pass. Only 27 stolen bases this year for SC. Do the basic math. That's about 1 per game. So I think if you get some dudes out there, maybe test Hunter a little bit. Give him something to think about. Don't just sit back and allow him to be comfortable out there on the bump. And I do feel like that'll bode very well today for the number 2 seed. As you take a look at Hunter Haynes out there on the hill. Such a fantastic season. N10 Player of the Year. And no question that he was going to get the call here today. I mentioned that there was quite a few guys that you potentially could throw for Mohawk, but certainly this would be the dude that I would go with when you look at Hunter on the season and that ERA right around 1.6. I mean, and in Clouse as well, 1.4 ERA. Elias Magianis, he's been pitching really well too. 2.12. Caleb Bish can fill in, just a .7 ERA. So nobody's really been knocked around this year. So that's big time for these Warriors if they need it. And if you're them, you're thinking to yourselves, nah, we got our guy out here on the hill. And he'll start things off here against Cole Frankhart, junior center fielder. Cole swinging at the first pitch. Takes a little hop down the first base side. And that is out number 1 in a hurry here. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Warriors. And you can ask for a better start if you are this defensive unit, and certainly Hunter Haynes.
Brian Chafee.
Brian Chafee due up now. Starting shortstop today. Shows bunts. And just can't seem to find a piece of the ball there. Chafee on the season, .407 average. Trips into an 0-2 count. Third pitch. Screams that one. Foul, third base side. Replays today brought to you by Carothers Pest Control. And if you got a pest, you know who to call. The best phone number right there on the logo. Scoreboard presented by our friends at Clouse Construction Corporation. They too got the phone number right there. Website on the logo. This one's popped way up a mile high. Haynes, though, makes the play. 2 down. Here's Hunter getting a beat on it, and typically don't want the catcher to have to make those type of plays, so makes the savvy veteran decision, calls him off, and the pitcher comes up, squeezes it for out 2. 2-player spotlights now going head-to-head. Breaking ball, a little low. Ball 1. Weston June, more than just a pitcher. Showed that in the numbers. Kid gets on base 45% of the time this year. 31 hits. Second best on the team. Haynes working quickly. Back in position. Breaking ball, big bender. Look at the movement, the action on this pitch. Starts on the inside of the plate, ends up over the outside portion. Check swing this time by June. Count, fully loaded, 3-2. Haynes with the payoff pitch, fastball in there, got him looking, 3 up, 3 down. Fantastic start here for Haynes. We'll see him in the number 2 spot when we come back. Bottom 1 on the way.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
June Weston gets the start here today, undefeated on the season. Looking to take down the number 1 seeded Warriors. We'll start with Patrizi, Haynes, Bogner. 1, 2, 3 in the lineup. Weston, one of the top pitchers in Division 7. Mentioned that really cool stat that he's got more wins than anybody else in the division statewide coming into the weekend. And obviously could be the first to break into double digits if he can pitch his squad into the month of June to match his name. Owen Patrizi, second baseman, gets his first opportunity. Patrizi on the season, 29 hits, second best in this Mohawk lineup behind Hunter Haynes. .440 on base percentage. That's what you're looking for out of your leadoff hitter. First pitch from the right hand, Weston. Big sweeper, but it's out of the zone. Acting with some haste here. Another breaking ball down in the dirt. 2-0 count, starting things off here to Patrizi. Just touches that one. Warriors as a unit, .334 batting average. That is just a splendid overall BA for an entire roster, especially this deep in the season. 27th game of the campaign for the Warriors. June sends the 2-1 pitch. Fastball, got him swinging through. Even count. Goes down low. Able to golf this one out to left field. Easy snag for Troy Ayers for the first out.
Now batting pitcher number 10, Hunter Haynes.
Pretty much right at him. Only had to move about 3 feet off of his starting position. Now here's Hunter Haynes. More than 30 hits on the season. Senior looking to push his team into the regionals. Warriors been there a few times here recently, and this one cutting away from the center fielder. A long march, and this will go for a single. So Haynes getting the offensive party started here tonight as he is safely aboard.
Now batting number 1, center fielder.
Swinging at the
Ben
first
Vogler.
pitch, and look at this, just tailing away. No chance to try to catch up to that for Frankhart. It was a big, long turn for Haynes as well. Thought he could potentially get 2. Settles for the single. Due up, Ben Bogner. Senior center fielder. Great speed. Just an overall fantastic athlete. Multi-sport stud for the Warriors. Certainly going to miss him on the gridiron. He was a part of our Friday Night Phenoms. Top plays of the week on multiple occasions. He'll have to battle his way out of an 0-2 count. Haynes, not much of a lead over at first, being held on by Michael Sanders. Won't chase a waterfall here as that bends out. About a foot off the plate. June glares over at first. He'll take off. Hit and run is on. And off the foul tip, they'll have to return. Not much of the baseball touched by the bat there of Bogner. The count remains at 1-2. Breeze swirling a bit. Blowing more out toward left field here at the moment. Big bender, high in the strike zone, but they're going to say strike 3. Down goes Bogner. First strikeout for Weston June.
Now batting number 3, third baseman, Caden Bish.
Sophomore Caden Bish due up now. Couple down. Bottom half of the first. Outside the zone, first pitch to Bish. Caden, 73rd plate appearance this season. 26 hits coming into today. And he'll step out. Weston, big kick. Sends that one across for a strike. Haynes 2 shuffle steps off of first. Sanders still holding him on. He'll take off for second. And the throw way too tall. So an extra bag here. Second baseman Wyatt Hall couldn't bring that thing in off of kind of an errant throw from Alex Emmons. So it'll bring a runner in scoring position now for Caden. slugging .569 on the year. So this is a kid that the ball starts looking a whole lot bigger to him when he's got runners in scoring position. Comes through more often than not. Got him swinging, though, on the 2-2 pitch. Back-to-back strikeouts here. And South Central back up at the plate when we come back. Top 2 on the way. Back here with second inning action. Hunter Haynes on the mound here today for Mohawk. Take a look at his numbers now. 40 innings pitched. Only giving up 9 earned runs all season. And this Warrior, the N10 Player of the Year, as we spotlighted him here today. Was able to set down South Central in order in the top half of the first. Troy Ayers, Alex Hamons, Trevor Hudson due up here.
Left fielder number 22, Troy Ayers.
So a much slower start for the Trojans, even though it's very early, than what we saw against Buckeye Central Thursday night in the district semifinals, where they were able to hang 2 runs on the board in the first, a couple more in the second. Nothing after that, though, so the next 5 innings of action offensively, a bit of a struggle. Obviously, they were able to hang on, knock off the Bucks 4-3 in that game. Two straight balls to start off. And Ayers keeps the bat on his shoulder here. Well ahead, hitters count 3-0. Haynes, fastball inside. I think it caught a piece of his leg even. Ayers doesn't love it. Left fielder is aboard. Gingerly working his way down the line. Yeah, that's off the right thigh.
Catcher, Alex
and even though that's a meaty part of the body, you see he reared back. Kind of heard the grunt too, perhaps, on our Nat sound here, as Haynes delivers a fastball. Put the first runner aboard tonight for South Central. This is Hamons now, starting catcher. Hamons looking at a 1-1 count. Carries a .341 average into today. And he'll get aboard here, straight up the middle. Nice piece of hitting. So the first 2 runners get on base here for the Trojans. Just waited on that one. Cranked it into the gap.
Next batter, third baseman number 6, Trevor Hudson.
And that'll represent the first base hit today for the Trojans off of starter Hunter Haynes. See how Hunter works out of the stretch for the first time today. This one flared. Should be catchable, and it is. So they'll get out Trevor Hudson with just one pitch. Good read here by Andon Clouse, sophomore off of first base. Coming over, making the play. Good sized kid for a sophomore too. Certainly he's going to develop into a big time power hitter. We'll see him do up. He's in the number 6 spot hitting today. As that one's low inside. Ball 1 to Caden Blair. He's the DH. No designated hitter in the lineup for Mohawk. And in their semifinal game, as he takes a strike, they really only used 9 guys. I think they subbed in 1 out on the base pass. So this is a team that pretty much just rolls with their dudes out there in the starting lineup. As Haynes sends in this breaking ball, and it's fought off in on the hands by Blair. 1-2 count now. Here's a little lead off a second. Much bigger one off of first. But it'll be a strikeout. Second of the day for Hunter Haynes. Just a fastball outside, tailing a little bit away from the hitter. Now we're down to the number 8 spot in Michael Sanders. Is able to escape away from Frankart. Both runners advance. Big opportunity now for the starting first baseman of the Trojans. Couple runners in scoring position. Doesn't hit great for average on the year, 167. And an even lower slugging percentage. How about .19? Sanders with 7 hits on the season. Drove in 5 runs. And he flares this one out to left. Should be an easy play. Can of corn for Levi Teal. And even though the Trojans get 2 on the base pass, they come up empty. Warriors will have a chance to take the lead. 2 up for them. Frankart, Clouse, Bish. After a quick commercial timeout.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
We welcome you back to Heise Park on this district championship Saturday. I'm Brian Skowronski here on the call with you guys. Want to make you a part of the action as well. We are live and free on Facebook, our main YouTube channel, and Twitter X. Hit me up with some comments, and I will shout you out. Any opportunity that we get with a little bit of downtime, I will jump into the chat section, see what you guys are talking about, and I will read them live over air. Favorite question always, where are you watching from? So hit me with your locations today. Drop me some pins out there. Curious if you're experiencing better weather than what we have here at Galion today, though temperatures rising a little bit, as they are with this at-bat from Lance Frankart. 0-2 count, getting ahead here early for Western June. But it's 61 degrees here, mostly cloudy. I do see some blue sky, so we'll see if that changes and the sun's able to peek out. I am very curious. I'm going to take a look at the National Weather Center and see if this is the coldest May ever in the state of Ohio. As trotting back for the catch, Cole Frankart, and they got the out. So from one Frankart's bat to the other's mitt, out in center field, Lance to Cole. One down. This is the first baseman, Andon Clouse. Sophomore takes a look at ball one. Andon on the season with a .234 batting average. Gets on base exactly 40% of the time. In on the hands to the shortstop, long throw. And the one hopper gets up and over the mitt. So Sanders can't make the play, and that'll send Clouse into second base. Little head nod over to his coach. Would have been a tough play to make there by Brian Chaffee. Could have. The throw a little off target. So we'll officially count that as a single. Unless you think otherwise, that is not my forte. I always defer. Keeping an eye on Andon out there on second base. As June dials up a strike here to Caleb Bish, the older of the two Bish bros. Caleb starting shortstop. Looks at a second pitch ball. Caleb, not a ton of action this year. This just his 6th plate appearance. Has been able to produce a couple of hits, and he'll ask for time. Home umpire Ryan Bowers awards it. Clouse not being held on. This one lifted and goes foul right field. One and two now, the count on Caleb. Hitting out of the number 7 spot today. Wyatt Hall breaking in back behind. As this one, diving stop made by him. Can he make the throw? Nah. A little bit behind, so it'll be runners on the corners now. And Mohawk is threatening. Nice piece of hitting. Just a 3rd hit of the season for Caleb. But check this out. How about the second baseman vacating, and then right behind him comes the hit up the middle hall. An excellent job just to snag that thing. Gets dirty, goes down to avoid it potentially being an extra base hit. But it does mean 2 aboard here. 1st and 3rd. Clouse just 90 feet away of making this a 1-0 game, and Mohawk out in front. Strike one in here. This is Elion Magianis. Now Bish takes second, so 2 runners in scoring position. Big sweeping breaking ball. Not exactly sure where this one misses. Starts way up around the helmet. Comes down out of the zone. Bish, a pretty sizable lead. He's like halfway to third, and this will be an RBI hit. Will it score 2? Bish is rounding, coming for home, and it will be 2 RBI single. Mohawk takes a 2-0 lead. So Magianis clears the bases.
Now batting, number 23 left fielder, Levi Teal.
Clouse coming home, Bish right behind him. And the Warriors with some early momentum off the RBI single, and 3 consecutive hits now for this Mohawk offense. Makes that Caleb Bish still look much larger now, as he was able to work his way into scoring position off the first offering from June in that at-bat to Magianis. Breaking ball outside for ball 1 here to Levi Till, freshman, hitting out of the 9-hole today. Patrizzi on deck. Similar location with that one. Fastball missing. June checking in on Magianis over at first. Not a very liked call by the Mohawk dugout for strike 1. Looked like a slider able to catch inside portion of the plate. Time called. Till steps out, looking to regain his footing. He's appeared in now 25 games on the year. 15 hits, lob, and Weston able to make the play for the second out. So June coming off of the hill, making the catch here.
Now batting.
And that'll get us back to the top of the order with Owen Patrizzi due up here for the Warriors. Now enjoying a 2-0 advantage. Sixth hitter of the inning for these Warriors. And another big sweeping breaking ball comes down right in the heart of the plate. Nice pitch for strike 1. Weston's got a pretty nice collection of pitches at his disposal. Misfiring with this one. Seems to be throwing a bit more junk than the fastball here today. As he steps into a 1-1. He gets that in there for a strike. Patrizzi's 0 for 1 so far today. Flew out to left field last inning. Here in his second plate appearance. Looking to advance the runner. It's upstairs. And that allows Magianis to capture a bag. He's now in scoring position. Got him swinging. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Weston June. But the Warriors get to him for a couple of runs. Trojans looking to answer when we come back. You're watching live and free tournament baseball on the OH Report. Breezy Saturday afternoon in Galion. Top 2 seeds going at it. Looking to advance, punch their ticket into regional Sweet 16s on the other side for the victorious team here today. Right now out in front with 2 innings in the bag. The number 1 seed in Mohawk. Going after their 21st victory of the year, the Northern 10 champions for the first time in program history. They have been so close. Number of fantastic teams over the number of years that I've been covering high school baseball here in the area. And never broke through and won an N10 till this year. As we get a leadoff hit by pitch here. Jacob Wallen heading over to first base. So a nice start here for South Central as the sophomore right fielder takes one on the left back area to get aboard. Top of the order now. This is Cole Frankhart. Frankhart's 0 for 1 so far today. Popped out to the first baseman. First pitch he saw to open up the action here today. And he dips inside of an 0-2 count. Chance for Hunter and Hayes to get creative here. He'll just rear back, throw a fastball. And this is going to be into the shallow portion of right field. Single. And now 2 men aboard for SC. Second look on our Carothers pest control replay. Just keeps the hands back. Flares it out over the top. No chance for Patrizzi to try to make a play on it. And the first 2 successfully aboard. As this one's foul off the bat of Brian Chafee. He also hit over at Clouse, his first at bat today. Junior shortstop awaiting the next pitch. And lays down the bunt, takes Haynes off the hill, and he gets the force out at third, so not a productive play. Now 1 down. And that'll send Jacob Wallen back over to the dugout.
Pitcher,
Wallen didn't get much of a
Weston
break
June,
either
batter.
there, so the execution a little bit flawed for the Trojans. Just looking to advance the runners. Now our player spotlight. Starter on the other side, Weston June. Struck out looking, first time up today. Two pitches way inside. Haynes looking to attack him in on the hands. June not taking the bait. Frankart, sizable lead off of second. Chafee, couple steps off of first. Waiting the third pitch. Outside corner. This one sinks just before gets down there. Third ball. Weston stepping up. Knows he's got the green light. Should get something to hit. Haynes checking in over at second. Spins out and forces Frankart. Step back on the bag. Swinging away here and fades foul, first base side. The count now full. One down, big spot. First time the Trojans have really threatened so far. Swinging at this one, and again, it's going to make its way out of the field of play. Right down the pipe. June just a fraction off. Seventh pitch of this at bat. Fastball up the middle. Took kind of a quirky hop. And they'll get one. Turning for home and coming in with the slide to make it a 2-1 game is Frankart. Heads up base running. Allows June to go into second. Let's show you this thing again. Yeah, it took kind of a weird hop off of the bag there. You see the umpire, Welton, calls the out, but then coming around, Frankart to get the Trojans on the board, 2-1. Two down now, but the runner moving on to second is June. That gives Troy Ayers a chance. Try to tie up this game. Junior lefty hit by pitch. First time we saw him this afternoon. And gonna splash this one. No, he's not. What a play. Didn't think he'd be able to get there. Caleb Bish proves me wrong. I thought this had enough juice behind it, but not pictured until now. Bish with the acrobatic leaping out. And the Warriors maintain the 2-1 cushion to look to add to it. We'll be back, bottom three on the way.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
June Weston back on the bump here for inning number 3. Giving up a pair of runs so far, 4 hits. Has struck out 3 batters so far for the Warriors. Since this first pitch,
Now batting,
bottom half of the third,
pitcher,
right down
Hunter
the middle.
Haynes.
Going right at Hunter Haynes. He singled his first time up. Looking to make it 2 for 2. Breaking ball, too tall. That one out of the zone as well. So back-to-back balls after starting off Haynes with a strike. Deals this one low, right back at him. That'll be base hit number 2 for Hunter Haynes.
Coming to the plate, center fielder Ben Bogner.
So an excellent start for our player spotlight. 2 singles and 2 at-bats so far for Hunter. Right back up the middle with that latest hit. Got the bunt, the throw, a little tall, but they get the leadoff runner. Solid snag out there at second base. Hall had to take it way above his head. Did well to
The batter, Cade
keep
Fish.
one of his footsies down on the bag to get the out. And an unproductive play there from Bogner. Just trying to advance Haynes into scoring position. Caden Bish due up now. Third baseman taking a first pitch strike. Make that a ball. Bish struck out first time we saw him today. On top of that one, fouled straight back. Bogner takes a step off of first. Sanders holding him on. He'll take off. And boy, he was in there. He got a fantastic start. Not even close. Bogner showcasing some supreme speed out there on the base pass. Looping breaking ball, well up in the zone. 3 balls and a strike. And the sophomore taking this one outside, wild pitch. Bogner over to third. Runners on the corners. And Lance Frankart due up next.
Catcher, Lance Frankert.
Catcher flew out to center field. First at bat today. That was just last inning. The throw down to second. A little late. Mohawk has been ultra aggressive on the base pass, opening things up today. Bogner stole second. Bish does the same right behind him. Now June from the stretch. Clobbered into left field. This will just score one, but it's an RBI single. Lance Frankert making this a 3-1 game. Just a nice piece of hitting waiting on it. Turns with the hands.
First baseman Andon
Bogner comes home. RBI single from the single catcher. Bish now 90 feet away from extending this lead, just one down here. And Weston June, who checked in at 9-0 on the season, in jeopardy of losing that perfect record here. Mohawk with a chance to try to blow things open. Middle of the order. And in Clouse, Caleb Bish, Magianis, all due up next. Each of them had a single in the second inning. So we've got a mound visit. Alex Haymans trying to calm things down. The two juniors and the bulk majority of the South Central squad made up of the class of 2026. The lone player outside of the junior class starting today, Jacob Wallen out in right field. Outside portion. Tells it in there for a strike. Wind still cascading through the area. It's died down a little bit from where it was, but mostly blowing towards left field, and that's going to be another RBI hit. The throw off target. But the Warriors capitalize. They now have runners on second and third. 4-1 lead. And how about this piece of hitting for Andon Clouse? He's now 2 for 2 at an RBI onto his stat line for the day. Bish coming in to score. And Frankart now on third. Conversation going on the mound now. Coach Nick Kirk out to try to just settle in his club. Got his first team all-conference pitcher reeling a little bit. Team captain. First team all-district selection. Just has not been knocked around much this season. Showed you the numbers pre-game, but June Weston, he's now 54-plus innings pitched.
Now batting.
Undefeated on the season, looking for his 10th win, and only 12 earned runs coming into today. Now surrendered back-to-back RBI singles. Bitch drops this one down, and oh boy. Oh wow, the Warriors gonna maintain out at second base. Nearly a disaster. Let's see what happened here. Bunt from Caleb Bish. I think there was some indecision, evidently. Frankart must have been able to be running there, coming home. Otherwise, Bish wouldn't have dropped it in the position they did unless Clouse just improperly took off for third. Whatever it was, miscommunication. Warriors lose a base runner. So instead of second and third, it's now first and second and 2 down. Trojans catching a break. This one lobbed up and over the first baseman's head. Clouse heading for home. It's over the cutoff man, and he's in there. 5-1 game. Maybe it's about to be 6-1. Diving in head first, adding on to the lead. Caleb Bish. Warriors breaking things open here in the third. Take it from the top. Just a flare from Magianis. RBI hit. And then we don't have the rest of the highlight teed up for you there. But you saw it here live and free. What a great start for Ilion Magianis. 2 for 2. He's got 3 RBI, a couple of hits. Right fielder. Carrying a spicy bat up into the batter's box. And now we've got another base hit. This will drive in a run as well from Levi Till, the freshman. Delivers. So everything working out right now for the Warriors after a slight disaster with the Caleb Bish failed bunt attempt. And they're back to the top of the order. They're going to bat through here in the third inning. Levi Till delivering an RBI. As the first pitch to Patrizzi slapped straight back. Till now with 8 ribbies in his introduction to the high school game. Five runs put on the scoreboard here by the Warriors in the bottom half of the third. In there for a strike, 0-2 count. And they'll allow the Fresh to capture another bag. Mohawk, I think they've got at least 5 stolen bases already today. We are early in this district championship game, folks. Warriors trying to send a message and shut things down early. Run rule, of course, in effect. Anything double digits. But a beautiful strikeout here. And that is how South Central will get out of the inning. But Weston June getting batted around a little bit. We'll keep the action here. Give us a chance to thank all of our generous sponsors, including Clouse Construction, your design build general contractor, the South Central Athletic Boosters, proud supporters, of course, of everything that is Trojans. So if you want to help out all the different sports, contact them. Brandon Haller is the man. Hit him up. Check them out down in the description. That's how you can get a hold. CB Electric Ohio, your MVP sponsor today. Caleb Brown, my dude. He's put in a couple of outlets, done some nice electric work for me. And just a growing business based out of Galion, Ohio. Some of the very best work in the biz. Business growing like crazy. Carothers Pest Control. If you got a pest, call the best. They are looking to add a new technician to the team. They're offering a 401k, PTO, and more. Reach out to learn more. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan, and truly just people that care about your loved ones. And Danner's Towing and Recycling. 24-hour local or long-distance light or heavy towing and recovery. proud supporters of Mohawk and Cary athletics. Big offensive inning for the Warriors. They're in that bottom half of the third inning, so the Trojans got a lot of work to do to try to get back into this game. This is their starting catcher, Alex Hamons. He is 1 for 1 so far today. One of only 2 hits allowed up to this point by starter Hunter Haynes. And this one hit right at Bish for out 1. Easy play for the senior shortstop.
Third base
had that awesome put out to end South Central's third inning too. Last 2 putouts courtesy of the senior. This one fooling Trevor Hudson. Ball and a strike. Third baseman 0 for 1 so far here today. Looking to change that as he holds up 2-1. Big inning here for South Central after you allow that crooked number. One of my keys to victory for them here today. Get a quality start. Have not enjoyed that. Number 2 for me was to capitalize on the base pass. They just have not had a ton of guys out there. Were able to produce some base runners early. The first 2 men got aboard in the third inning, but they produced just 1 run. As this is popped, can of corn out to center field, and the out is made by Ben Bogner. 2 down.
Designated hitter, Caden Blair, the batter.
Caden Blair due up next, DHing today. Struck out swinging, his first AB in the second. Haynes has a pair of strikeouts. Begins this at-bat with a strike down the middle. Continues to work quickly. Fires that one in there. Pitcher's count 0-2. And Haynes inside with that one. Not trying to give anything away here to Blair. Outside, won't chase. Fifth pitch of the at-bat on the way, and got him again. Second strikeout he's been able to get on Caden Blair. As the top half of the fourth now in the books. The Warriors trying to extend their lead by 6. They're 2 up when we come back.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Mohawk batted through the order last time we saw him with bats in hands in the third. Looking for a duplicate performance here.
10,
Bottom four on the way. They lead now 7-1. And the heavy hitters in the lineup due up. Begin with our player spotlight. Hunter Haynes swings at the first pitch. Haynes' numbers on the season. Fantastic pitching. Got the .452 average to go along with it. Plus all those stolen bases. And he'll flare this one. Show it to you here in a second. Out to center field for the first out.
Number 1, Ben Bogner, the batter.
Big breaking ball. And an easy catch to be made by Frankhart. First time June's been able to set down Haynes, was 2 for 2. Ben Bogner now. One of the few players not to get aboard for the Warriors in the last frame. June kicks, deals. Strike 2. Bogner's got 27 hits on the year. Dips deep for this one. And able to keep the hands back, so it'll be 2-2. Bogner taking a trot down the third base side, having a chat with his coach. Zach Hawkins, the leader of this Mohawk bunch that went 12-2 in Northern 10 play this season. Tied with Upper Sandusky. Get a piece of that crown. Now we've got a 3-2 count. Weston sends a fastball inside. Take your base. Sophomore Caden Bish making his way into the batter's box next. Walked last inning. That ended up setting the stage for what was a big inning. 5 runs put on the board by Mohawk. RBI hits from Levi Till, Magianis, Clouse, and Frankhart. Keeping an eye on the speedy Bogner over at first. Pitch inside. Bogner taking off for second. It's a hit and run, and this one hitting the gas pedal, but it runs out of steam. So 2 down. Bogner retreats back over to first. Pretty good lifts from Caden Bish, but not far enough.
Number 5, Lance Frankhart, now batting.
Troy Ayers able to get to it in time. And the Trojans just one out away from shutting down the Warriors. Bogner taking off again. Nice throw. Ben's just excellent at capture the bag. Able to get in there for another steal. Had double digits to begin the afternoon. He's had at least a couple so far here today. Senior Frank Hart laying off of that one. Down in the dirt. Looking at a 1-1 count. Lance calls for time. Home plate ump Ryan Bowers awards. As he steps out, back in, refocused. The pitch from June. Well to the outside portion of the plate. Hall steps in behind Bogner now. Weston sends, drilled. Takes a hop, picked up by the center fielder. Got a single. Runners on the corners now. Back-to-back hits for Lance Frankert.
First baseman Andon Clouse, the batter.
Show it to you one more time. Just pieces it up. Right overhead that time of Wyatt Hall. And a chance to try to drive in another run for Andon Clouse, who's 2 for 2 on his afternoon. RBI single last time he was up in the third. Holds back on this one. Andon thought it was to the outside. Makes a pretty good case, perhaps. June checks in over at Frank Hart on first. Bogner, slim lead off a third. As the pitch comes, they'll take off the throw to second behind, and Bogner comes home for the run. 8-1 Warriors. And they have just been a menace out on the base pass. Tough to keep up. Bogner with his second run scored today. And on the season, let's see how many Bogner's got. $29. You see, he's just been really crisp out on the base pass today. Pretty much everybody for Mohawk has. It's been an excellent display of team baseball on offense. As the sophomore stands in and sees that one called strike 3. We have played 4. Warriors on top by 7. South Central starting to run out of chances. See if they can make things interesting. Sanders, Wallen, Frankart up when we come back.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Welcome back to Heise Park for fifth inning action.
Michael Sanders.
Trojans back up at the plate, beginning with Michael Sanders, Jr., first baseman. Just his second plate appearance on the way here. Flew out to left field when we seen him at bat in the second. Swinging at this first offering. Hunter Haynes ahead now. 0-1. I am Brian Skowronski, here with you from a bit of a chilly Galion. Probably chilly around most of Ohio today. And at the end of this top half of the inning, we'll stick around for our fifth inning stretch. As he stretches through that one, the strikeout, just the third of the day from Haynes. But he has not given up much.
Right fielder Jacob Wallen.
Make that the fourth strikeout. And second in a row now for Hunter. Closing out the bottom of the fourth when he was able to ring up Caden Blair. Number 9 hitter now, Jacob Wallen. Got hit by a pitch first time up today. Haynes again working with haste. Very quick action. Pops straight up. Bish is there. And the casual out. I mean, that's what confidence looks like right there in a catch.
Number 8, center fielder Cole
Didn't have
Baker.
the ball in his mitt for a half second. Flips it to the second baseman. And it's quickly 2 down, but the top of the order due up now for South Central. Frankert's 1 for 2 so far today. Second pitch. Gets him swinging. Lifted into left, charging in to make the play, Levi Teal. Or was it? No, taken away from him. Still the out. We saw him do pretty much everything in that inning. As it's 3 up, 3 down in the fifth.
For South Central in the fifth, no runs, no hits, no one left on. Due up in the bottom of the fifth.
Now time for your fifth inning stretch, presented by South Central Athletic Boosters. So if you're able to get up, get moving, I'm going to. Been sitting for too long today, especially out here in this cold. These old bones, they need to move around. Haynes has been terrific. He's only given up a couple of hits so far to South Central. On the other hand, how about 4 innings of action and 10 hits already produced by this Mohawk offense? Talks about the fact that They hit .334 for average as a collective unit. Get on base 46% of the time up and down the order. So this is not your standard hitting team. They have been great all year long. Do want to say hello to everybody out there watching live and free today, including Tara Bloom cheering on the Warriors, as is Joe Williams. Kelly Schaefer-Gray says, let's go, Weston. Doug Anderson cheering on the Trojans. Wanted to see him rep the conference from Monroeville. Amanda Wisda, go Warriors. Chris Muller shares that sentiment. Barry Robinson watching at home in Sycamore. Nick Music cheering on SC. Bonnie Lease on the other side of the equation. So is Sherry Sider. Trisha Woodlands cheering on Mohawk as well, as we are back to action. First pitch swinging with a head of steam. Bish not gonna get there. The throw over to first in time. In South Central, just one pitch is all they need to get the first out here in the bottom of the fifth. Show it to you one more time.
Right fielder Elias Magianis.
Magianis up next. He has really been a big producer so far. 2 hits, 3 ribbies, and just 2 plate appearances. Got a hitter's count now. Weston June still out on the bump. See if he can get some help from his friends. He does right here. Great play by Brian Chaffee. And 2 down in order to start things out here for this Trojans defense. That's been a rarity today. Matter of fact, it has not happened. So we'll see if they can keep it going and set the order down. 1, 2, 3 for the first time today. This is the number 9 hitter, Levi Till, fresh off an RBI single. June, who's been so good all season long, probably got to be a season high in terms of the number of hits given up, double digits. Kid who started the day 9-0 record-wise. Just dancing all around the plate. First strike in 4 pitches to Teal. See if he comes right at the freshman this time. The pitch to the left fielder. Too low. So it will not be a 1-2-3 inning as the top of the order coming back up. Patrizzi's not had any success out of the leadoff spot. 0 for 3 so far today. Looking to change that narrative. Haynes on deck. Just a long case there from Weston June off of the hill. Never accepted the pitch he wanted to throw as he takes a peek over at Teal and then sweeps this one in there. That's been his best pitch, that slider over the outside part of the plate to these right-handed hitters. Teal takes off, and this throw out into center field. Alex Hammonds has not been close on any steal attempt yet. The Warriors are perfect. 100% of the time they've tried, they have been able to get into second, even stole third. Saw Coach Nick Kirk out for a conversation with Ryan Bowers. Can't think specifically about what he might have to say or what he would want answers for. So it's another runner in scoring position, but I think this is going to end the threat. Can of corn, Chaffee able to make the stop. 5 innings in the books, 6 more outs remain for South Central. Got to make up at least 7 runs.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Tournament baseball returning here on the OH Report. Heise Park, the location, D7 District Championship on the line. And Randy Jones out there cheering for Mohawk from Minnesota. You're welcome for the broadcast here today, Randy. Cindy Engel, also a Warrior fan. Rebecca Goller says Warrior pride. Ray Limley, Warriors #1. Becky wants to know who's pitching. Got the aces going for each of these clubs today. This is Hunter Haynes on the bump right now for Mohawk. He's had a sensational outing up to this point. Only allowed 2 hits to 1 run, that back in the 4th inning. He's also 2 for 3 from the dish today. I think he is the early front runner to be our CB Electric MVP. As this one's ripped, third base hit for South Central, as it is clubbed by Brian Chaffee. He'll be on with a leadoff single.
Number 13 pitcher, Weston
First hit
Jr.
today for the junior shortstop. And that's one of the hardest hit balls that we've seen today off of Haynes in play. This has been more what we're accustomed to seeing. Charging in to make the play, Bogner. We know he's got awesome speed. First out here in the 6th.
Left fielder, Troy Ayers, now at bat.
That'll bring up Troy Ayers after Weston June popped out to center. He's 0 for 3 today. Out of the top of the order so far, Frankart's got a hit. Chaffee. Nothing out of the 3 or 4 spots yet. Opposite field. But it goes out of range. the lefty steps back in. 2-1 count. And swinging at this one. They'll just go for the safe throw over to first. Wise move. 1 down. Runner advancing to second. Had an opportunity to gamble if you wanted to here for Patrizi.
Next batter, catcher Alex.
Like to just
Hammond.
lob it over. Clouse with the snatch. 2 down. Chafee now over on second. And a first pitch strike in there to Alex Hamons. Catcher's 1 for 2 so far today. Nice backstop there from Frankert. Lance able to get in the way of that one. So it keeps Chaffee tethered over to second. Though you see he's exiting our screen, taking a sizable lead, not being held on right now by Patrizi. And ball 2 lobbed in. Haynes behind, 2-1 the count. Just needs one more out here to advance into the bottom half of the frame. Foul tip. Chilly afternoon here in Galion, though temperatures have gone up. First pitch is 59 degrees. My computer now says 62. It says partly sunny, but, well, there it is right when I mentioned it. On cue, it will peak out. We have seldom seen sunshine. It's been mostly clouds today, as it's a weird hop, and nobody can get it. So runners safe at first and third. Caden Bish had the first opportunity to get it. Got around him. No play could be made by Caleb.
Third baseman Trevor Hudson.
So I believe we'll score that one as an E5. Second error today on Mohawk. And a chance for Trevor Hudson now. Third baseman. Try to start chipping away at this deficit. Only 4 outs remaining here in regulation for South Central. No time like the present. Second pitch down in the dirt outside. And another nice block by Frankert. He's done well protecting home plate today. Also swinging a pretty hot bat. 2 for 3 and an RBI. Another ball in the dirt. Haynes can't get him to chase. Popped out of here. So 2's wild now. Fifth pitch from Haynes coming up. Looked like the ball just popped out of the hand right there. So Frankert wanted the throw. It was almost like a trick. Didn't want the runner to make the break from third, perhaps? Whatever it was. It allows Hamons to trot over into scoring position. And now the bases will be full. First time on base today for Trevor Hudson. We'll see Caden Blair now.
Hitter, Caden Blair.
Try to rewrite the history books. He's 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. But a big moment here. Bases loaded. And looks at an off speed in there for strike one. Blair in there just to hit. He's the DH today. Skies this one a mile high into left field. Till is under it. And that is how the top half of the 6th inning will end. So South Central threatens. First time we've seen the bases juiced today. But they come up empty. Warriors with the 7-run lead. They put up at least 3. They could end it early. We'll find out together right after this. Playoff baseball back here Saturday afternoon, and you're enjoying the action live and free exclusively on the OH Report. South Central and Mohawk, the top 2 seeds, going head-to-head, and right now it's the Warriors, a commanding 8-1 differential. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in today. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. We've got about 200 of y'all watching together, including Ashley Stone says, "Let's go Warriors," as does Casey Steyer, part of Warrior Nation out there on the YouTubes. Weston June continuing out there on the bump. He's been the ace for the Trojans, in danger of picking up his first loss of the season. As this is the other starter today, Hunter Haynes looking to beat it out over at first. He does with the speed. So Haynes safely aboard for the 3rd time today. I thought Chaffee was going to be able to get him. Excellent scoop, set his feet, but the throw, you see, a little bit behind. Haynes 3 for 4 today. First pitch swinging is Bogner laying out, but not able to make the catch is Troy Ayers. So we've now got runners on first and second to open up the bottom half of the 6th.
Now batting, 3rd baseman Caden Bish.
Consecutive singles, setting the stage for Caden Bish. Caden's 0 for 2, strikeout and a walk today, but he hops this one in through the gap. Haynes heading for home, and he'll be in there. 9-1 Warriors. Just sends this one threading the needle right past Trevor Hudson. And that'll be an RBI single for Caden Bish. 3 straight hits. Lance Frankert, singles in each of his last 2 plate appearances. Drills this one to center, but it is right at Cole Frankert, so that's the 2nd time we've seen that today. From the bat of Lance to the other Frankert.
First baseman, Andon Clouse.
So 1 out, and Andon Clouse due up next. He's 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Struck out in the 4th on a slider as that curveball fools him for strike 1. If the Warriors can put 2 more across, the game would end early. Any double-digit lead beyond the 5th, and the run rule is in effect. June ahead here, 0-2. Bish on first. Bogner takes his lead off second. Inside. And turning a little late on that one is Clouse. Fourth pitch in the 0-2. Got him in the same spot that he did last inning.
Shortstop, Caleb Bish.
So Ryan Bowers, home plate umpire, has been awarding that pitch as a strike all evening. As this is popped up. Charging in for the catch is Cole Frankert to end the threat. Warriors tack on 1, so South Central gotta come up with at least 8 to extend. See you in the 7th.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Final scheduled inning out here in Galion. 7th on the way. And after batting through the lineup, we will see if South Central can come out here and do any damage in the 7th. They're near the bottom of the order with Michael Sanders, Jacob Wallen, the 8-9 hitters due up. And we'll get a man on board here. Sanders drilled in the back. You'll take that if you're South Central. Wallen 0 for 1 today. He was hit by pitch earlier. Cracks that one off home plate.
Now batting Jacob Wallen.
We will stick around for the trophy medal presentations for each team. We'll also have an interview with our most valuable player. I think you're looking at him right there on the hill. It's been an excellent outing. The N10 Player of the Year, Hunter Haynes, has been fantastic. And certainly I think would be the leader in the clubhouse right now to join me for a post-game interview. I think home plate umpire Ryan Bowers must have got clipped. So he's just walking it off. That protective gear only goes so far. I mean, it still hurts when you get hit.
This is pinch hitter Trey Knoll.
Got a pinch hitter, Trey Knoll. He's going to step in, fill in for Jacob Wallen. And he goes down on 3 pitches, striking out.
Now batting Cole Frankert.
So just 2 outs away from hanging a district championship banner are the Mohawk Warriors. As this one takes a couple of hops and the throw to first in time. 2 down. Show you this throw. Barehanded. And then chucked over to first.
The batter is Brian Chaffee.
So the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Brian Chaffee. The last hope here. Try to keep South Central's season alive. Looks at ball 1. Sanders standing on second. Check swing. Flares that one off. Haynes just 1 out away from going the distance. Hasn't allowed much. Just the 1 run. Few hits. And this should do it. The Mohawk Warriors are your district champions of 2025. They are Sweet 16 bound. Moving on to regionals with a dog pile. 4 men out around first base here at Heise Park. Your final score, 9-1. We'll take a quick commercial timeout. When we come back, we have got your medal presentation. Break down all the stats you need to know, get you set for the next round of tournament action. And of course, an interview with our MVP. Keep it here. We'll be back live in free coverage. Our post-game show will return in just a couple minutes.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
You just watched Tournament Baseball live and free thanks to our friends at Avita Home Health and Hospice, where they're providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespans. CB Electric Ohio. Give them a call. Ask for Caleb Brown. Get your service. No project too big or too small. Clouse Construction Corporation, your design-build general contractor. Carothers Pest Control. If you've got a pest, call the best. Carothers is looking to add a new technician to the team. They're offering 401k, PTO, and more. Reach out, ask for Jack Hooks, and learn more. Danner's Towing and Recycling, offering 24-hour local or long-distance light or heavy towing and recovery. And the South Central Athletic Boosters, proud supporters of everything Trojans. Make sure that you give Brandon Haller a shout. Send him an email. Give him a call. Donate. Show up to one of their fundraisers. They do a fantastic service for every athlete out in the Greenwich area. Both teams meeting right now, having a conversation. As soon as they are done, they will head back to home plate, and we will have our medal presentation. So your award ceremony, it'll be back here in just a couple seconds. Hang tight. We welcome you back to Heise Park here in Galion for your awards presentation.
District championship trophies to the respective schools.
Top 2 seeds here in the Division 7 Galion District making it here to the championship rounds. 9-1 victory here today for Mohawk as the Trojans of South Central finish 2025 as district's runner-up here today. And what's most exciting, I think, for this team moving forward is that everybody in the starting lineup will be back next year. When you look at the likes of Frankert, Chaffee, Weston June, Troy Ayers, Alex Hammonds, Trevor Hudson, Caden Blair, Michael Sanders, all juniors. Wyatt Hall as well, it's second a junior. And then Jacob Wallen, just a sophomore out in right field. So this team accomplished a lot this year. Back-to-back Firelands Conference champions. They're able to get to this point in the season, knocking off Buckeye Central in the district semifinals, and just ran up against a Mohawk team who competed in a deep Northern 10, battle-tested, and they stepped outside of their league as well and played some really tough competition towards the end of the year. Just weren't able to manufacture much offensively today off of the N10 Player of the Year in Hunter Haynes. But the Trojans, solid season from top to bottom, 16 victories. Coach Kirk and the gang got this thing moving in the right direction. And the anticipation is that they will be right back here or wherever the venue will be for the district final coming up in 2026. Athletic department handing off the runner-up trophy now to the coaching staff for South Central. Some hardware to bring home to Greenwich. Congratulations to the Trojans on a phenomenal 2025 campaign. A lot to be excited about. But today was about the Mohawk Warriors. They are your district champions in 2025, collecting their 21st victory of the season. The Northern 10 champs with the Northern 10 Player of the Year on the bump today, and he was exceptional. Hunter Haynes will be our most valuable player. I'll have a conversation with him after the trophy presentation. And it's a different story in terms of the makeup of the roster for Mohawk. There's a lot of veterans that are contributing in this lineup. When you look at 5 of the starters, all members of the class of 2025, including Haynes, Bogner in center field, Frankert behind the mound, or behind home plate rather, Caleb Bish at shortstop, and then Magianis as well out in right field. So a lot of veterans, plenty of seniors that are just fighting, wanting to play one extra day, have another practice. And that's what it's about at this time of the year, and especially for teams that seem as close-knit as this Mohawk roster is. And I've had the fortunate opportunity to DJ a bunch of proms, homecomings, and even winter formals out there. And this squad and this group of kids, they know how to have a good time. They always stay from start to finish. They love being around one another, and it shows out here on the field. And when you look at the different sports and all the success that they've been able to have from these boys in Sycamore this season and each of the last couple in the Northern 10, right on the cusp of winning the basketball championship. They get it done in baseball, and now they've got the gold hardware to go home. Your champions in 2025 here at Heise Park. Big ups to the Warriors as they will move on into the regionals. I already know who their opponent's going to be. I'm going to save that information, though, for you guys when our post game continues after we have a conversation with Hunter, our game MVP. We're going to step aside. I'm going to set up one more commercial break because I got to run down to the field, guys. I'm going to go grab Hunter, have a conversation with him. But this is a great opportunity if you're out watching at home. Take a snapshot on your phone, on your laptop, PC, whatever you're watching on. Here they are, guys, your district champions. Going to be right back. I'm going to head down to the field. You will hear from winning pitcher Hunter Heise coming up shortly.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Heise Park.
I've got the player of the game up here in the press box with us now, Hunter Haynes, the winning pitcher here today, and you got that gold medal around your neck. So let's start there and just how it feels to be a district champ.
I mean, it feels amazing. Being with this team feels like forever right now. Like, it's awesome. Brotherhood we have. We're always here having fun, and it's awesome coming out with a win district championship.
Senior year, N10 Player of the Year, first time in your career that you've won a conference championship, and now you're moving on to the regionals. It just seems like it's all coming together for you this season. How special has it been to be a part of this particular group and doing what you guys have done so far?
I mean, our 6 seniors sticking it out is awesome. Like, us all together, chemistry is unbelievable. We're always having fun, and then like, for us, like, we knew, like, last year we didn't realize what to expect. I mean, with like new coach, everyone didn't know what to do with us, and like, no one expected us to be as good as we were, competing against like Upper last year, senior heavy, Winford last year, senior heavy. So like, we were ready, and then this next year we had a big target on our backs, and then once we lost to Care, we realized like, okay, this is not who we are. So we were like trying to build that momentum and kept getting wins, and yeah, it was awesome to be a champion.
Throwing a 3-hitter today, going the distance. What was working best for you from the bump?
My fastball was a little bit shaky earlier on, and then like my curveball was really my like bailout pitch, kind of like, it was just like able to get that down because like most like never seen these guys before, so like they didn't know what I had, we didn't know what they had, so we just came prepared with anything that they threw at us, and like I just trusted my stuff and was able to get it done today.
You were going up against a pitcher today, actually, that was undefeated on the year, had the most wins in all of Division 7, 9 of them to start the day. You knock them around for 13 hits, so up and down the order. How cool was it to see, like, pretty much everybody was eating, getting on base, and when you were out there, I mean, you guys were all a menace on the base pass.
Oh, yeah, we always love the run. I mean, we always love to challenge their team, like, make good throws, make good plays, and, like, just put the ball in play. We were able to sit back and, like, drive the ball opposite way, pull side, doesn't matter. Like, when we saw, like, the first few innings like that, he had a lot, like, he threw a lot of curveball, slider, all-speed stuff. We realized that we have to sit back and just drive it, like, don't need to, like, get out in front of us or stuff, and we just stayed within ourselves, and that's what we did today.
Looking at the bracket now, it looks like you guys are going to play Rusey next. That's a perennial power, man. They seem to get to the state Final Four every year. Having an opportunity like that to get a take on a team that they're traditionally just always making deep runs, how much are you looking forward to a chance to try to knock off the Raiders?
I always love a good challenge. I mean, like, we played Upper this year, and they, like, shut us down a little bit. So the next time we played them, we're like, hey, this, like, we want this challenge back. We want a rematch. So, like, getting to play Rusey, it's going to be an awesome day, and I'm excited for it.
Looking forward to seeing you guys move on to the next round, and your girls as well. How about that? They're in the state Final Four too, so things are going well out in Sycamore. Hunter Haynes, your CB Electric MVP. Before we let you go celebrate with all your fans and everybody, go ahead, look in the camera, shout out anyone you want.
Shout out my mom, my dad, my whole brothers and sisters, my whole family, and like my brothers in the dugout. Like, it's been a whole heck of a spring with you guys. This has been awesome. Let's keep it going.
All right, thanks for the time, man. Congratulations, and keep it going.
All right, thank you.
Post-game coverage presented by the South Central Athletic Boosters. Unfortunately, if you're a Trojans fan, your season is done 9-1. The Warriors moving on. They are Sweet 16 bound, the Northern 10 champs. One step closer to achieving the ultimate goal, punching their ticket to Akron. I'm Brian Skowronski, been on the call with you, part of the entertainment here today from Heise Park in Galion. Take a look at the final numbers. 13 hits produced by the Warriors today. They were fantastic. Great approach up at the plate. And then you heard from the MVP, Hunter Hayes, just about how they attack when they're on the base pass. I don't have an official number, but they probably had 6 or 7, maybe more stolen bases than that. So they've got green light, full go, all gas, no brakes when they're out there, and that's why they're moving on. A big part of it, when they're on the base pass, they produce 9 runs today. That's a big number against a South Central club that was a Firelands Conference champ and had an undefeated pitcher on the mound in Weston June. But they get it done, and they're maybe a future Warrior. We're trying to keep up with him. He's got that speed. He got a medal around. We'll see if he comes home. We'll show you what's coming up next for each of these programs for the Trojans. Season is in the books. 16 victories for him, and a lot to build on. I'm sure that's why the conversation with Coach Kirk took quite a while here today. Just everybody is going to be returning, so there's a lot to build on from a team that just won back-to-back conference championships. Everything still at your feet in terms of what you can do moving forward, even though it obviously hurts in the moment. But for the Warriors, 21 wins. They get to play Russi now, and it's not quite the same team that we saw from the last couple of years. They made it to the state Final Four last year. I think they won the whole thing in 2023. Every year that I have covered state over the last several, they're at least a part of the Final Four, and state champions in basketball. They've got some huge athletes right now. Just some kids that are absolutely just swole, fit, can jump, catch, do all sorts of stuff. So I'm interested to see how many of those players cross over and will be involved on the baseball diamond when we catch up with them coming up next week in the regional semifinals. And promised Hunter that we would catch them on the road, so we certainly were planning to do that. We'll roll with the Warriors for as far as they can go the rest of the season. And the Lady Warriors punched their ticket to Akron yesterday. You got a chance to watch that live and free right here on the OH Report. So, boy, what a time to be a Warrior. What a time to be me, wrapping up a huge week on the OH Report. I believe I was a part of 6 games over the last 5 days. Jory Hollenbeck was with me for each and every one of them, so kudos to her, VP of the company, showing out, running camera, making commercials. Could not do it without her. Certainly couldn't do it without Adam Thompson, helping make all of the cool graphics that we have here that you get to enjoy on every game on the OH Report. Amazing sponsors all combined to bring you the coverage live and free here today. One last thank you and a tip of our cap to our friends at the South Central Athletic Boosters, Clouse Construction Corporation, CB Electric, Carothers Pest Control, Avita Home Health and Hospice, and Danner's Towing and Recycling. For everybody back at OH Report World Headquarters, want to send out a sincere thank you. Enjoy all the graduation parties. Hopefully we get some better weather coming up for this next week. We have state Final Four softball, regional baseball, all on the way live and free. Plenty more on the way on the future of local sports. Keep it locked in all the time here on the OH Report. Bringing it home. So long, everyone.